Guys, Eli here. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my physical media update from the month of February 2025. I picked up a lot of stuff this month. I definitely overspent, but it happens. A lot of like my favorite, what would you call it? Like niche labels. I got some 2024, late in the year. I guess I call them new releases. I just got a bunch of cool stuff. So let's get into it before I drag this out for too long. We're going to start off with, I was really happy to be able to find one of these at Walmart. From Screambox, we have the Terrifier 3 Collector's Edition Double VHS. So awesome. I snagged one for Terrifier 2. I didn't know one was coming for Terrifier 3, so I'm glad to have picked one up. I hope they make a VHS release for the first Terrifier movie. Then I also picked up this really cool Meg Steelbook. This came out, 2018? 2020? I can't remember. I actually enjoyed this movie. I really love the homage to Jaws, obviously, there. I really enjoyed this movie. Saw it with my son. We both loved the hell out of it. We both thought it was a lot of fun. And it'd be a fun one to watch again. I actually thought this was a cool, giant shark movie. I thought the effects looked good. Is it just me? Maybe it's because I saw it in the theater. I don't know. I just found it to be really enjoyable. And from 1982, we have a Spanish film called Panic Beats, written and directed by B-movie legend Paul Naschy. I've never seen this. I've never actually heard of it. I've seen some of Paul Naschy's stuff, and I figured it'd be a fun one to check out. Mondo Macabra label always delivers some interesting stuff, so interested to watch this. Then I've got one of those cool Roger Corman cult classics sets, if you will. 2 discs, 4 movies. I gotta say, Roger Corman's got his name attached to hundreds of movies, maybe thousands. I don't even know at this point. I've actually never heard of any of these, but they all look super interesting. Obviously, you've got Lady Frankenstein, The Velvet Vampire, Grotesque, and Time Walker. I love the description on the Time Walker poster. Nothing can stop him. Not even time. Who wouldn't want to watch that? That's going to be the first one that I watch. And I always thought they did a good job with these sets. Usually you can find them at Walmart or who knows where else. But, for like $11-12, they're done pretty well. Then from 1987, we've got a Return to Salem's Lot. I've actually always wanted to see this. I'm a huge fan of Salem's Lot. I know a lot of people think that it's boring. I don't. I think it's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Larry Cohen also. So this is one of the few Larry Cohen films that I did not own and that I've never seen. So I'm really, really excited to check this out. Then we've got the Criterion Collection 4K Blu-ray of Paris, Texas from 1984. This was a Wim Wenders film. I have not seen this yet. I really want to watch it. I have only recently become kind of a fan of Wim Wenders. I've been kind of delving into his films. I haven't seen a lot. The man's been around for a long, long time, many decades. This is a film with Harry Dean Stanton. And I don't know, something about this just speaks to me. Obviously, Criterion, it's a very nice release. It's got a huge, huge booklet with these really cool postcards. Obviously, I would not detach these. I don't think they're really meant to be detached, but I guess if you wanted to, you could. It's just a cool touch. Love it. Love Criterion. Then we've got a 1998 release, Happiness, another Criterion release as well. I just watched this the other day for the first time. This was honestly a blind buy. I'd kind of vaguely heard about it. I knew Philip Seymour Hoffman was in it. I knew, a couple of the other actors in it, but I did not know what I was setting myself up for. This movie is fucking bonkers. I'm going to try to review it, but I don't know if I have what it takes, to be honest, because in my opinion, it's a very deep film, and we'll see. It's bonkers. That's all I can say for now. Then we got a couple of Vinegar Syndrome releases that I'm really happy to get, especially this one, Deranged, The Confessions of a Serial Killer. This came out back in 1974. So this was one of the earlier, underground horror movies I'd seen. I'd seen this probably a little more than 20 years ago, and I was just kind of blown away by how gritty and low budget it was. Because at that time, I had not seen many movies like that in general, especially a horror movie, and it just kind of blew me away. So it's like, just imagine an even more gritty version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that's kind of what you get here. It's just, I can't wait to watch it again. Then from 1985, I've got The Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf. Yes, I know you were worried about me, but I now have the entire Howling franchise in my collection. You can rest assured now. The original sleeve there. I really like though what they did with this new cover art. It just captures the essence of, well, maybe not this movie because it's not a great movie, but it captures the essence of a kind of a good Howling movie, which would be the first one. It is the only good one. But anyways, I digress. Then from last year we have the Street Trash sequel. So I had known about Street Trash, the original film. I think it came out. I think it's I think it came out back in the 80s. It's not a film I'm super familiar with. I know it's an underground like gore classic. I'm not that familiar with it. I haven't seen it. I thought this was going to be a remake, but this is a spiritual sequel. So yeah, really happy to check this out. I heard it lives up to the original Street Trash with tons of gore and what have you, and yeah, it was a really cool thing to pick up. Glad to have it. Now I just need to get the original Street Trash and not be a poser. Then these next 3 releases are going to be, like I said, late 2024 releases, so like VHS Beyond. I always pick up the VHS movies. The last handful of them have not been very good. In fact, most of them have just been getting worse with each release. I was not happy with the last one for the most part, but this one is mostly based on alien stuff, which I'm, a huge fan of. So I think that's a cool move. Excited to check it out. Then I totally blind bought Azrael. Haven't watched it yet. Really wanted to check this out in the theater, but it was a very limited release, so I didn't get to. It just seems very dark and apocalyptic and very cool to me, and yeah. I've heard it's okay. I've heard it's not great, but it's decent, and I don't know. I felt compelled to buy it. My number 1 film of 2024, Nosferatu. Already reviewed it here. Don't really need to say much else. But I did forget to show this poster that they gave me at the Regal Theater that I go to when I saw the movie. This is pretty cool. Got Lily Rose Depp on one side, Count Orlok on the other side. Pretty cool. Thought I'd show that real quick. Now we have a couple from one of my newer, favorite kind of movie labels, which would be Terror Vision. Made a small order through them, and I just love what they do. So I picked up Welcome to Hell. Don't know too much about this movie. Just actually, I bought this just solely on the looks. Don't know anything about it. There's what it looks like on the inside. See if I can at least get you a release year. 2021. I think it's a foreign film. We'll see. Now, one thing I want to point out, I don't know when they started doing this, but this is so goddamn cool. So TerraVision puts these creep coins inside your DVD when you buy it. You can cash them in for prizes. I'm not going to sit here and name them all because that would be boring as fuck for you. But the one that I'm interested in, it wouldn't be boring because they're all cool, don't get me wrong. But the one that I'm interested in is, get this. Let me find it first. You need 40 coins, and you get a customized VHS cover of your favorite horror movie with you incorporated into the artwork. I think that is just so cool. If I can get 40 of these, I'm going to do that. Then from 2022, we've got All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. Again, total blind buy. I don't know anything about this movie, but I had to get that. Had to see what this was all about, which I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know it's about like some kind of like psychedelic worms that you can ingest and trip on them, which just makes it even more interesting to me. And the last couple we have are from, you've seen me talk about these guys a couple times here, or maybe you have. There is a company called Sloppy Second Sales. Found them on Instagram randomly a while back, something like that. And so, I don't know, I'm always nervous to talk about stuff like this. They are bootlegs, the movies that they make. Most of the stuff that they put out is out of print, which is like, okay, I guess I can justify buying a bootleg when it's out of print more so than other situations, but not everything they do is out of print. So I don't know, there might be some ethics issues in there. That is up to you to decide. But I like to order from them from time to time. This time I picked up Inside. This is a new French extreme classic, one of the ones that I haven't seen, oddly enough. So initially this came out I can't remember, mid 2000s. Yeah, I've been wanting to get this one. A funny story about this movie, though, is I did try to buy it a couple years back, and I bought the fucking American remake. I didn't know what the cover looked like or anything. I saw it at a store, and I grabbed it and I bought it. So I just out of spite, I never watched that. It might be decent, but anyways. Another bootleg I've always wanted to own because it's never seen a proper release is Begotten. God, Begotten came out back, I think, in the early 90s. It's just basically like a student art film, but it's very disturbing, full of cool visuals. It's all shot in black and white. I think it's fucking awesome. A lot of people think it's boring. This DVD also includes Den of Celestial Birds, which is a short film from the same director, E. Elias Menege or whatever, from Begotten. So I have not seen Den of Celestial Birds, so I'm excited to check that out. And yeah, I'm just really happy to have a physical copy of Begotten on a DVD. I could just throw in whenever I want, you know. And last but not least, one that I've always wanted to see and I've just never seen it, Shin Godzilla. I've heard next to Godzilla Minus One, this is one of the better Godzilla films, so I thought it'd be cool to check that out. And that is it, guys. That's it for now. That is my haul from the month of February. Hopefully my March haul is much smaller because that's just too much stuff and too much money spent. So let me know, what did you guys pick up this month? And any of the, obviously a lot of these movies that I just talked about, like half of them I haven't seen. So if there's anything you saw that you think is cool, maybe some of your personal favorites, let me know. We'll talk about it. Anyways, cheers guys, and I hope to see you at the multiplex.